We are sitting in F2 auditorium, brand new auditorium, and which is ready before our convocation. This time when we are having our convocation, I've seen at some places the venue is already ready 5 days in advance. So I think इट हैज बीन प्लान्ड कि जो है ना अच्छी तरह से धूल वूल मिल के तब उसके बाद हम अपने गेस्ट को बुलाएंगे, इसलिए 5 दिन पहले ही तैयार हो जाओ. सो आई डोंट नो हु हैज डन दिस, बट आई थिंक venue should not have been ready 5 days in advance. This time we have 19,410 graduates out of 2 campuses. Convocation is already over, Dubai and Tashkent. And like last year, we have the degree distribution ceremony at the respective campuses. At Noida, we have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And the first time we are having the degree distribution on Sunday or convocation. And so when we look at the degrees, and also I'm very happy to share that first time we have 418 scholars, they will be getting their PhD. So Dr. Rai must be very happy that we have crossed the 400 mark, which he was targeting right from the beginning after the last year's convocation. We have 2 honorary doctorate, 1 honorary professorship, and during the convocation we will be giving only Shri Baljeet Shastri Award and Best All-Round Trophy, and only 2 awards, KJ Singh Medal and the Luxor. So only those 2 awards are there. Rest all will be given in the along with the academic medals. All the corporate awards will be given during the degree distribution ceremony. So all the HOI should plan accordingly. Collect their corporate awards in case anything is being made by the university. As I said, the certificate must be printed by the university for the corporate awards in case they are not giving any certificate, because sometimes some of the corporates they just give a check, and we need that our alumni, the graduate should have the certificate, the student have got so and so certificate, so the certificate must be printed if those are not printed yet. So we have, when we look at the this year also, as I said, the convocation is only on one day and the degree distribution on different days. And in 3 days, we are finishing our degree distribution, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Couple of things which are very important, and this briefing will be done by Chairman Convocation, Dr. Bansal, as well as the various functional heads who are responsible. General J.P. Singh ji, Dr. Sodi, Dr. Saznani, Director Security, DSW for Discipline. Couple of things which have just come to that, for example, to make our convocation more smooth, and especially the biggest chaos happens at the time of the hospitality and the lunch when is served. And this has been, directions have come, why can't we have the coupons given to the graduates and their parents, the hospitality counter wise. So Dr. Sajnani and General J.P. Singh are working out on that along with Dr. Sanjeev Bansal. I think it is the very easily to be calculated total number of graduates on a particular day along with the guests, and then we should be equally distributed in the all the registration counters based on the number of graduates have confirmed So they say, okay, now coupon, the number 1 to so much will be at the counter 1, hospitality counter 1, from this to that, so that this we can give the to the institution, that can be easily worked out. And I think that also that they will also know we have to go on which counter, and if we can keep one extra counter, so somebody does not get anywhere, that can always go to the extra counter. And this was being done at MIT Calcutta. So if you see the best practice somewhere else, should be adopted, and why not? So with this, latecomers also, there's one of the things, because we used to charge the latecomers fee. This time the latecomers fee is not there, but the practice of the same old practice, they will be coming from the different gate. They will register for the as a late registration. Then they will be taken to a venue which Dr. Bansal will decide. There they will be seeing the live streaming of the convocation, and thereafter they can go for degree distribution at their respective venues post lunch. So with this, may I request Dr. Sanjeev Bansal to please.
Good afternoon, everyone. So the brief about the convocation is being already given by Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam. I am extremely thankful to Abhay Chauhanji, who is continuously monitoring and speaking to all the stakeholders, all the process owners directly, and he has taken number of steps he has taken on the advice of stakeholders who have taken some processes last time. On the basis of the advice, on the basis of the experience, certain things are already being done. The latecomer is one of the decision which is just being taken, and it will be now I3 block where all the latecomers would be coming. Me, Mr. Badesra, and the team of latecomers, process owners, Jai Saini and Ms. Lakshmi Ahuja has just gone there. Only one thing before I start something, some of the HOIs called for clarification. I just want to find out from everyone that everyone is clear that on the 30th of November, we are having convocation for only FMS institutions who would be there. And all other institutions, students who are given a chance to register, they are allowed to attend the convocation ceremony, main convocation ceremony, but their degree distribution ceremony would be separate. It will not be on 30th. That means those students will not be taking their degrees on 30th. In case if there is any doubt, any iota of doubt, please communicate it to your students. Any student of Lucknow campus and Greater Noida campus will not be attending this convocation. They are having their convocation on 2nd of December, which is already being communicated. Their teams are already being defined, and we have got confirmation from the head of those campuses also. On 30th of November, we have tried again on the basis of the last year's experience, wherever we can plug in any gap which was there last year, we have tried to do so. And my request to all, there will be some changes in the registration, which Mr. Senthil would be telling you about, especially for the gown distribution, the confirmation slip, which we will be giving you in detail, but in a brief. No student would be forced to give a printout of the confirmation slip. Confirmation slip can be shown on their mobiles also. So there will be, some changes. So my request is, in case if you are not aware of anything or you are not sure of, kindly confirm it from the concerned stakeholder before giving a wrong information to any student. Because there may be much number of students who must be coming from the far off places and all. For latecomers also, we have taken a good decision where we will not be charging any late coming fees, but it will be only for the students who have already got registered. So we are not allowing any student who are not registered to come there on that day. The students who have got registered but they are late only will be allowed as a latecomer. This is the definition of latecomers, and for that detailed guidelines will be given to you by Mr. Jaisani. For award, only the awards of FMS institution, which we have categorically defined, institutions of FMS of AUP Noida plus AGBS campuses will be getting Bajji Shastri Award and Best All-Round Trophy on the stage on main convocation. Only 2 corporate awards would be given from the main convocation, that is Major General KJ Singh Trophy and Luxus Jan Award. These are the only 2 awards which will be given from the main convocation. The convocation is also, the tentative schedule is already here. We will be giving you the final schedule. As of now, the schedule is from 11:30 to 1:30. The detail of the graduates is already being shared. So with the effort of all of you, with the effort of all the faculty members, all the examination committee members, this data has now reached to 19,410. The data of PhD scholars is definitely will be increased by at least 3. We are trying that we should not stuck to 420. We should be getting over 420. This time's logo was up ki baar 400 par. We have crossed that. Now it's more than 420. 421 would be the number, Dr. Sujit. These are the various scholars of PhD for which I have requested Dr. Jaya Yadav from MIT Business School. She will be there for the PhD degrees counters, and we have already received the name of the PhD coordinators from various institutions. The format is again, last year it was spread over more than 7 days. We have tried that this time this convocation should be completed in 3 days. So mainly it's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday also will be a slightly relaxed day, keeping in mind that no examination schedule or class schedule should be affected. And that was the idea, and I'm extremely thankful to all of you. With the cooperation of all of you, it's being now done. These are the degree distribution ceremony days and shift. I am sure there is no doubt about any degree distribution ceremony. Registrar Sahab has also given you the a mail regarding the procession. Wherever there is a single institution, you can give your procession, and accordingly, otherwise, if there is a group of institutions, you can decide among yourself and you can get it approved. This is the tentative program schedule, where the program starts at 9 o'clock. The entry to the main convocation ground is from 11:30 of the procession, and we are trying to complete it by 1:30. These are the programs of degree distribution ceremony afternoon. Afternoon shift of 30th. In 30th November's degree distribution ceremony, as I have communicated, it will be only the institutions of FMS. The main venues are also defined. It is I2 moot court, it is F2 auditorium where you're all sitting in. We have F2 seminar hall, F1 seminar hall, and F3 seminar hall. F1 seminar hall is in F1, the hall which we use quite often. It is called F2 seminar hall, where we will be having lunch for the dignitaries on the main day of convocation. This is the program schedule of 1st and 2nd December's morning shift. The exit of morning shift would be from a different gate. The lunch venue would be different, which General JP Singh would be communicating to you all. The entry and exit of afternoon shift would be different. One observation which is being given very categorically by Abhayji was basically regarding the discipline, and it is being decided and it's being requested to all of you that please try to communicate to all the students of yours for degree distribution ceremony that no student should be leaving the ground, the venue, if all the degree distribution is not over. Otherwise, at times it's being seen in number of institutions, number of venues, there is a mayhem going on with, like, some of the students are there, some of the students are standing. So my request to all of you is that please maintain a very good discipline or order so that no student should be disturbing the degree distribution. You should be pre-rehearsing, you should be realizing that degree distribution ceremony may be made more compact, but it should be very planned, where every student should be given in advance the rows and where they have to sit. The students who have to get the degree from the stage should be ready by the coordinators, and this should be actually maintained thoroughly. The registration status, there was a query from one of the institution of FMS. Now this is the DDC attending and total number of students who have basically registered. As per the past records, which we have seen, which we have updated last year, we have seen the trend of last 5 years. Usually the people who register for convocation, the students, out of that approximately 90 to 92% take participation. They come to the campus, and out of the parents, if we are having around 100% parents who have registered for, around 72% parents usually come. This is basically a general trend. And as a student of statistics, I know trend can be always changed also. But as per the trend, this is the data. And on the basis of that only, the venues are allocated. In case if you feel there is some extra number of students or extra number of parents, then my request to all of you, we have defined venues already, which cannot be changed at this point of time. But my request is, since you are in an institution, if your institution or if you are in a different venue, then you can just see to the other alternate venues available where if there are some extra students or parents, they can be accommodated. This is something which you have to coordinate among yourself. This is the final registration status. This is the final registration status for FMS institutions. And if you just see, the venues are allocated on the basis of that. So Dr. Ahuja, as per your query, this is basically the data. So I explained it to Mr. Jayaprakash also. So we can accordingly work it out. So PhD, this data is slightly lesser because we have got 103 scholars URC approved yesterday only. So they all would be definitely adding to this list. So this list will be approximately, I believe it is going to be there around 400. Registration status for the institutions on 1st of December. This is institution wise, and in the venues we have some club institutions also. This is available on the Amazon of each and every institution HOIs. I am sure you must have all seen it. As I have told you earlier, Lucknow and Greater Noida campus would be having their degree distribution ceremony on 2nd of December as per their defined plan, which is already being shared with Noida campus. Now, our main, I have already communicated, but this is about 721 graduates who are having their degree distribution ceremony on 1st and 2nd December, but they have opted to come on the day of main convocation. My request to all of you, please, if you have to call each and everyone, please do so. There should not be confusion in anybody's mind that they are going to have the degree distribution of their program on the same day. In any circumstances, we will not be giving them degree on 30th of November if their degree distribution ceremony is on 1st and 2nd. These are the various institutions record of 721. If you just see, there are around 54 institutions from where 721 students have actually opted to come. And I have come to know about from some sources that some of the students are having a feel that if they have chosen a date of 30th November, they may be getting their degrees on 30th November. So my request is, please communicate to all of, and especially for the students who are coming from far off places, they should not be having any kind of doubt in their minds. It should not happen that any student who comes on 30th, he should not be saying that I was basically having a degree distribution ceremony on 30th only, but I am being asked to stay on 1st. My request, you can just see all the list. You can just speak to all these graduates who have opted to come on 30th. Please communicate to them that in any case, their degree distribution would be different.
Dr. Bansal,
Yes.
I'm sure that all the HOs have the access to the student who is coming, who has shown interest to attend the convocation. So therefore, they should get in touch with them. A, that they must reach on time. Secondly, they will not get their degree on that day. That degree they will be getting whichever day the institution convocation, because no student should make later on any noise. I want my degree today. So that should be very clearly communicated to the students.
Thank you, ma'am. These are the venue allocations, and these are the venue allocation on 1st December. Venue allocation on 1st December, 2nd December morning. Registration counter. Now, registration counters, we have kept a simple mathematics in mind that for every approximately 100 students, we have allotted one counter. So on that basis, basically all these counters are being given. For the main convocation, your registration counter will be in the main ground only. For first and second, your registration counter and hospitality would be in a park opposite to the main ground, that is in front of I2 I block, where the last time's convocation registration was there for first and second. So the data I have told you is basically on the basis of the last day of the confirmation of the data. We have taken simple mathematics of 100 students per counter approximately, where we have arranged two tables. So in case if there is a faculty allocated, you can keep a student volunteer or anybody of your choice, but registration and gowns will be distributed from the same counter of registration. These are the various counters which we will be sharing the PPT with them, Dr. Suji. This is from Lucknow campus. So if somebody is attending the meeting from Lucknow campus, this is as per the details shared by your office, Dr. Vashisht.
Yes, sir.
Now the dress code, the dress code is, again we are going with the gowns this time also. So my request to all of you is please request all the graduates of yours to follow a formal dress code. Dr. Alpna, why you are in hiding? आप आगे क्यों नहीं आते? This is convocation layout of main ground. General Saab, may I request you to please?
Good afternoon to everybody. Convocation 2024, everybody has explained to you that it will be on 30th, 1st and 2nd. 30th is the main convocation, and 1st and 2nd it will be held in two shifts, morning shift and the evening shift. When I go down to all the venues, it will be very clear after that. Okay. Now this is the main convocation hall. If you will see that we have made about 5,000 people can be accommodated. In addition to that, I should be able to accommodate about 600 to 700 more as the latecomers. And if you see on the it doesn't matter. If you have a look at there's the main convocation, and at the back of it, it is the hospitality area. And then on the down, you can see the registration area. And gate number 1, if you come from gate number 1 straight, you have first entry towards the registration area. Then you register yourself. Then is the entry for the students to go inside the main convocation hall. From the main convocation hall, you can sit down there. And there are three emergency gates. One is in the middle, other side, and the down. There are all three emergency gates are there. People can exit in case they are required to. Now, in the hospitality area, if you will see, there are 20 round tables, 400 chairs, 20 water stations, red runners, and 44 food counters. In this area, only 44 food counters can be made. So we can divide 5,000 by 44, about 120 per food station will be there. So each food counter, this time, as has been told by Sajnani Singh, will be giving you the coupons. Each coupon will be told that counter number 1, counter number 2, counter number 3, counter 4, counter 5. So anybody who comes in, they will go to the respective counter, and there will be a big sign which is very clear that this is the counter number. So the entry point from the main convocation to the hospitality area is to, when they come, they can go to whatever the counter they have been there. I will be there myself with a mic, will explain to people where they have to go. The route of the academic session also been shown there with the red. And then you have these, your Amity clinic, you have stores, purchase of gowns, robing, help desk, everything is given on the left and the right side. Next. Now, the 1st December. 1st December will be on two parts. Morning shift people, they will come in the morning and enter the registration area. You see on the right side of the entry, the registration area is there. They register themselves and then thereafter go to the hospitality area. There's a gate in between and they will have their snacks there. Thereafter, they will exit from there. Out there will be a big board which will be indicating as to where is the venue which they have to go. They'll be indicated that the board will be there. There will be selfie boards, a lot of boards will be there. Here also you have an emergency exit. And then towards the I3 there is an exit where the people will go back. Now from there, after having their morning snacks, they go to their registration area. Then they will go back to the Amity extension. This is the Amity extension area. Now we have to go, because there is a construction going on there. You have to go through the A and B block ke beech mein se. There's a way which is going, which will go to the extension area. So there'll be, last time also same food was available there on the left side, on the right side. All those people, idea is that they should not go back towards the main university. From there, they should be able to go out from there only. And their gown return is here. They will not go back to return their gowns. Once they have taken their gowns, they will return the gown here. The gown return center is available there.
JP Singh ji,
Yes, ma'am.
after, later on we need to discuss about the seating plan, because how many are confirmed, what percentage come, and what that we will discuss. So accordingly, if any changes are needed, that can be done accordingly.
So this is the place where they will be having the lunch. And some of them will go away from gate number 5, but most of them have parked their vehicles at gate number 1. Since they have come from the gate number 1, I will place 5-6 buses there. In the buses, we will carry them and leave them at the gate number 1 area. Second day also, now second half. No, we have seen that it'll be good areas. I have been on the ground myself, sir. That the gate is there, fine availability is there. Little away, the construction is little away from there. Sir. It's a good enough gate. Sir. It's a good enough gate. A bus can go pass through. It's a big gate. I have been there 2-3 times. Sir. Now, evening. There will be a first evening also. People will be coming in the evening also. They also come there, go to the registration area, register themselves. Then they come back and have heavy tea there. Because some of them may not have had, we have kulcha cholas, otherwise a lot of things are there which they can heavy tea will be available to them. Thereafter, they go down for their degree distribution and then they come back up in next when they, that's here only, sir. Then they go back for degree distribution and then they come back here from their leave. So I will say again, on first and second, the first half will come to opposite I3 block, register themselves, thereafter have their light tea, degree distribution, and then first half people will have their lunch both days in the Amity extension area. From there, either they go gate number 5 or I'll put them in the buses and put them out of gate 1. Second half students, people who are coming, they similarly come to I3, register themselves, they have their heavy tea, degree distribution, and then come back to the I3. From there, go back after the gate number 1. This is what is they come back. There is a tea, sir. Then they come back and have tea there, sir. There will be two, second half, first half, they will have tea here and have lunch there in the Abedic thing. Second half, when they come back, they have heavy tea here, then they come back again, have tea there, and then go back. Both times the tea will be available to them, sir.
So the second shift has both hospitality venue at the same place, where for morning shift, the morning tea is at one venue or the lunch is at another venue. So we have kept quite high, the menu for the high tea, when they are arriving the second shift. So in case somebody have not had even lunch, that will be quite filling for them. Even for them, high tea is after convocation.
Afternoon convocation.
No,
Once
the
you see,
degree
it will be very
distribution-
clear. Just give me 1 minute. It will be very clear after this one. You see the slide. You see, catering order. Tea for Amity on the first day. We'll have tea for Amity staff, 8 to 9, 1,000 people. Then we have high tea for parents and graduates, 9 to 10 p.m., 2,000 people. Then for yoga room is for the tea for drivers and police people when they come inside. Then F1 lounge, we have for the HOIs when they are robing, lining up, the tea is available for them. Then the hospitality area, the main area, which is there, 44 counters will be there. There we have lunch for 1 to 2. And for the HOIs and the alumni, lunch will be at the F1 rear foyer. Trustees' lunch will be in F2 seminar hall. I just wanted to tell Banseja that the F2 seminar hall will be available on the second or third day. So we can move the F1 people to F2 seminar hall. There is a better hall that we can utilize that. Then on the main ground, again the parents when they come back first day, they will have a tea there again. Now, this is the place which will be very clear now. First half, above the line, tea for Amity staff in the I3, then tea for parents and graduates, then hospitality lunch in the Amity extension. And for the students' lounge, for our HOI alumni in the F1 student lounge. Then in the afternoon batch, again afternoon tea is there, sir, high tea, and then we'll come back, evening tea is there 5. This for both days. Menu दे दिया सर, हाँ try कर दिया. Menu is there, sir, given out. Menu has been discussed with the. Yes, sir. QA testing होगी sir. Hospitality will also done it. Pranshi Chopla has also done it. This menu has been given by Pranshi Chopla ji only. We will have it sent to you for testing, sir. We'll send the thing to you for tasting also.
It is a convocation lunch, तो थोड़ा सा हट के होना चाहिए, मैं यही बोलना चाहता
हटके रहेगा सर, हटके कल आपको टेस्ट कराएंगे सर, कुछ ऐड करना
बंदोपाध्याय जी, कन्वोकेशन लंच अच्छा रखा गया है. इवन द हाई टी, मैंने कहा इवन द हाई टी इज गुड. चेंज किया उसके बाद जो कैफेटेरिया मैनेजमेंट कमेटी प्लस हॉस्पिटैलिटी कमेटी ने जो प्रपोज किया था उसमें कुछ कुछ चेंज भी किया है.
BC has added kulcha choles for people because people will not have lunch, so this been added. Samosas, everything is you ask for thing, it will be available, sir.
जनरल साहब, आज का कारण कुछ और है. आज हमारे बंदोपाध्याय जी का बर्थडे है, तो ही कैन आस्क एनीथिंग. कैन यू
Sir, happy birthday to you, sir. Happy birthday. But we can all wish him happy birthday, sir. Anybody has any questions, please? Latecomer will be here only, sir. On the in the hospital area, sir. They'll be, because when they come for late, but for the hospital they'll be in time, sir. They'll come half an hour late, 1 hour late.
General Chakravarti, can I request you for the
इस मीटिंग में नहीं आए, उनको मैंने एब्सेंट मार्क कर दिया. वल्लभ भाई पटेल वाले.
So now I am requesting General Chakravarti, who is in charge for the distribution of all the awards, including the PhD degrees.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Admission department has been given the responsibility to oversee the distribution of awards and degrees on 30th morning shift. So what we have done is, to introduce you with that slide, that's the main stage, and you see those discs. There are 7 of them. Given that the time is at premium and the number of students getting PhD degree are quite large, so they will be coming in groups of 7, in line of 7, and even the Balji Shastri Award and Best All-Round Trophy will also be in steps of 7. And so we require usherers for them. So I am grateful to ACCF and ABS. They have already provided the usherers, and I have met them, interviewed them, given them Friday afternoon as the time for rehearsal. So we'll be carrying out the rehearsal, given them detailed instructions with respect to their formal attire and so on. Also given the requirement, administrative requirement to the admin department with respect to vehicles and all that, carried out liaison with registrar as regards time by which these medals will be available. So things seem to be under control. In case anyone has any question, most welcome.
Sir, I'll just say that yesterday night we have received the. Here, sir, this side. I'm giving you the progress of the medals and all that thing. Yesterday night we have received the most of about 90% of our lot. We are doing a checking. It is humongous task at the moment. Some of the medals are duplicate. They are printed. So वो सारा कुछ, and we are sorting it institution wise. So by tomorrow, I think we will be able
So
to.
can we collect them tomorrow?
Kapoor sir, because uh, director admission will be only looking for the only for 30th. Remaining the HOs can directly collect from you and the yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So Dr. Kapoor, can we collect the awards tomorrow?
But tomorrow, I only thing is salvers, there are still about 110 still pending. The medals they have sent us and also other awards.
So whatever has come, we'll collect.
Yes,
Okay.
but I am since morning we are sorting it out. Oh, it's very
We'll
time
check up with
consuming.
you. We'll check up with you before
Yeah.
the collection team comes.
And rest of the HOIs can, I will be sending a mail for their collection of their medals and awards and salvers. So they can collect, Honorable Vice Chancellor has already said.
Fine. Any question? Thank you.
Thank you, Jan Chakravarti. So, Colonel Kapoor, would you like to say something regarding the I-card badges from the academic office? Room number 207, they can all collect it from there? So, may I request Badesara ji?
The I-cards, badges, everything you can collect from Manoj Sharma in academic office. Manoj is there. That those are ready, so they can collect from today onwards. Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah, another thing, just I want to clear, Registrar was sharing during the degree distribution ceremony. We have clubbed the institutions day wise. So if there are 5 institutions for one venue, then the academic procession for that venue will be the one common academic profession. It will not be the institution wise, first institution A, then B and C. Order is already sent by a registrar. What will the academic procession order? That means you have to sit together and make one common list of all the faculty and then see who are the youngest faculty. Put together all the institution has to be at the front after your center superintendent and those people, and maybe if you have the assistant registrar or deputy registrar or this thing, and then will come the AP1, AP2, AP3, then associate professor, then professor. In that also there is an order who are the member of the board of studies or the DRC or the institution IQC or so area advisory board. That way you will put the seniority wise also. The people who are not member of any committee, they will be coming the first that way. So please look at sample academic procession order of the university. He has also sent as a sample. So you can see, so accordingly degree distributions academic procession order you can make accordingly and send to registrar's office. And also you please invite your external members. Somebody was asking, will we give them the honorarium? It is a function. It is a culmination of the activity which they were the part of, the area advisory board or the DRC or SRC, whatever. It's a sense of achievement for them also. In this, the attending a function or convocation honorarium is not paid.
May I start, ma'am? Good afternoon, Honorable VC ma'am and esteemed faculty members. The security advisory for graduates, awardees, their guests, alumni, for the smooth movement. We would be permitting students, graduates from gate number 1 only. After seeing their confirmation slips, either on cell phone or if they produce hard copy. Parents, guardians accompanying the graduates should also carry or show us the confirmation slip wherein it is mentioned that they are permitted. And I would also request that graduates may be kindly be communicated to reach gate number 1 on time. The entry timing on 30th is entry starts at 9 a.m. and the gate will close at 10:30 a.m. For late arrivals, gate number 2 has been designated. Entry from gate number 2 will be from 10:30 till 11:30. After 11:30, no graduates will be permitted inside the campus. As far as on first and second, the entry at gate number 1 will start at 9 a.m. till 9:45 a.m. and thereafter should we permit the latecomers from gate number 2, or ma'am, the clarification was not there as far as entry of graduates from 1 and second was concerned.
But 2 is too close to the convocation venue. It should not be from gate number 2. It should be from gate number 4, as it is done always.
Ma'am,
The
since
gate number 2 is too close to convocation venue.
no, ma'am, we have a separate. The area is totally fenced, and if we permit the students, then their walking distance is hardly 50 meters from there, and they reach.
No, the walking distance to which place?
I2 seminar hall, ma'am. They have changed it to I2 seminar hall.
ऐसे
So
वहां से अगर वो convocation venue में जाना शुरू करेंगे, then what?
it is barricaded, totally barricaded. They cannot move from there, ma'am.
Okay, then you try for the day 1 and then see the day 1.
Yes, that will ensure. Vehicle parking for graduates and guests will be at gate number 1A near Atulasha. Once that parking is filled, then we will permit the graduates to go to students parking, where entry is from gate number 3A and 3B. Vehicles will be permitted on showing only confirmation slips. So this is with regard to the entry of graduates and the guests coming. For faculty and students on the days of convocation, the entry is restricted from gate number 1. The faculties and staff are requested to use gate number 4 and 5. For vehicle parking, also I would request them to use the basement parkings available under I block, J block and K block. Because vehicles will not be permitted to be parked from gate number 1 to 4, from gate number 2 to swimming pool, in front and rear side of academic blocks of E2, F2, I2 and I3, and in front of N block. So here vehicles on the days of convocation is strictly prohibited. I would request everyone to park in the basement parkings only. For VVIP, parking space is available near D block and near swimming pool area. As far as for crowd control, we have made sufficient security arrangements. We have asked for additional manpower also, and deployment wala chart then. Next. इसको बंद करो. इसको बंद करो. With regard to the latecomers, one clarification I would request that once after 11:30, once the latecomers come, so will they be holding up in I3 only till 1 o'clock, or will they be moving before that?
After 11, nobody is allowed.
No, once they reach in the late the hall in the I block.
They will be attending the convocation from the venue there also. They will not be coming to
So,
main convocation venue.
so we will be closing the gates of I2 on all the sides till 12:30 or 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Right, thank you.
Sir, also just send these guidelines to all the faculty members and staff members also.
At gate number 2, right.
Doesn't make any sense. Because if they will have to wait there and then go back, then we may have to tell them to go back, then at least they did not wait. So those who have registered only for the main convocation and having the degree distribution on first and second, if they come late, then asking them to wait will not make sense. We may have to tell them to go back only.
We can just give a provision to them to watch this basically from the classroom or from the venue where they are sitting in. But we cannot allow them after 11:30 once the procession has entered the main convocation ground.
Right.
So,
but so
it will be their choice. If they wish to leave after that, that will be their choice. But
And Dr. Bansal, we will discuss on this because in the past, what we were doing, we will bringing in the groups to the convocation venue, and we used to have partition kind of thing, wall, and then they were quietly they were brought, they were sitting there, and then that wall we used to remove. Because otherwise, I remember the latecomers created a lot of noise when we made them to sit there till the convocation is over. So we will discuss on this, and then accordingly we'll decide.
So with regard to deployment, I've already made exhaustive deployment and I've already, yes.
So the entry you have said is the entry for staff and faculty is not allowed through gate number 2. Is it true, sir?
The entry of
Because the latecomers only use the gate after 10:30, and there are a huge number of faculty members and staff who use gate number 2. So
gate
my
number gate number 2 is never opened for anyone. It is only a material gate.
no, so 2 means when you're coming. I mean, coming on cabs and all those things.
4 and 5 normally faculty.
But we can walk through, sir. Not I'm sorry, not talking about any car or something. We can walk through gate number 2. That is allowed, sir.
No, gate number 2 will be closed on that day, on the days of convocation.
Walk through, sir. Yes, I mean walk through, because a lot of staff members they come in taxis and all.
See, Dr. Khattar, on that day, all faculty and staff will reach much earlier than the graduates start coming.
So that is exactly my point is, ma'am, should be allowed through gate number 2, because walking from gate number 4 to gate number 2 to
No, it's
say
not
I3
gate number 4 is not said, from gate number 2.
till 9 you can always keep it. I mean, allow us. Walk through, sir. I'm talking about walk through only.
the guidelines have been given that this is something specific for the convocation. I think if somebody is coming by a cab, they can come to the gate number 1 also.
Right. Previous slide.
नहीं गेट नंबर 1 तो नहीं है ना सर. गेट नंबर 1 तो कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगा फिर.
Dr. Khattar, all faculty and staff will reach on time, isn't it? By before 9 o'clock they will reach.
We'll reach before 9.
And then the latecomer from gate number 2 will only come from the 10:30 onwards.
No, my point is, can't we use gate number 2 because we come in taxis and all? We can just walk through. I'm not talking about any cars or being led through. Faculty members coming by cabs or this thing.
See, cab. Instead of gate number 2, they can come to gate number 1 also, sir.
सर 1 नहीं अलाउ कर रहे ना. 1 में तो बहुत वो है सर. मेरा पॉइंट ये है सर, गेट नंबर 2 is not activated till 10:30. Only latecomers allowed 10:30. So it is a vacant period. So allow us to come in through that. That's my only request.
That we'll discuss separately.
Okay, thank you.
Especially walking away. Thank you so much, Badesra ji. Senthil ji, can I request you now?
Dr. Sanjeev, hospitality. Santhil का तो registration का ना, that has to be at the end. Yeah, no, Dr. Santhil ने, because that will be only for the registration team.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, additional pro vice chancellors, team colleagues. Most of the part of my presentation is already covered by General JP Singh ji. One important aspect for hospitality is our contribution to make it a successful day of our convocation. I have already requested all the HOIs to kindly nominate your faculty coordinators. 50% of the HOI colleagues, fellow colleagues have shared the student volunteers details, faculty details, but faculty coordinators for the enclosures of our hospitality is not yet shared. I'll request each one of the HOI colleagues to kindly share that so that now, since as Honorable VC Madam mentioned, that our graduates and our guests will be going to a specific counter number. For example, if my guest has to go on counter number 1, so they'll go to counter number 1. And counter number 1 is prominently displayed. So in total, we have got 44 counters on day 1 and day 2, day 3. We have to make sure that our faculty reaches to the venue enclosure 30 minutes before the scheduled time. It has been seen that we have to give calls, we have to share messages to our faculty colleagues because they fail to reach in time. So what happens that when the procession moves out of the main ground, parents and the graduates have started coming into the enclosure and our faculty colleagues are not there. So it is my duty as a faculty to be on the counter. Each counter is manned by a faculty and by a student volunteer so that I can help my graduate and their relative, their guardians, their parents, collecting their plates, helping them for the smooth operation of our entire process. If anyone has any problem in the enclosure, they can only approach us. We know our graduates, we know our guests because we have been meeting them since morning. So it is my duty as a faculty of the institution to look after my guests. Atiti Devo Bhavo. So it is my duty to look after them. So it is my, as a HOI, it is my duty to nominate my faculty coordinator in right proportion. So I have listed in my email also that for every, ma'am, as per our practice, for every 100 registered graduates and guests, we need one faculty coordinator and 2 student volunteers. So kindly follow this ratio and nominate the faculty. If you have not done it by today evening positively, if you have done, wonderful. So we'll be issuing a notification when can you send your faculty coordinators for briefing, and the briefing as we normally do a day before, as well as for the collection of coupons. With this, I wish everyone, including my own self, all the very best and a great show we can put up before our graduates who are the achievers now for us and their relatives, their parents, their guardians. Thank you, ma'am.
आप ना ऐसे कहिए आप मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट के डे 2 और डे 3 के नंबर ले मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट के डे 2 और डे 3 के नंबर वो ले लीजिएगा तो उनको
Discipline and latecomers. Dr. HP Singh, Dr. Sami for discipline and latecomers.
So good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am, Additional Pro VC, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. So this is the presentation regarding the discipline during the convocation. So as we all know, this is the layout for the convocation, main convocation. So here you can see the different blocks that is starting from A to Q. So we will be nominating the faculty members and some senior faculty members and HOIs for the various blocks to maintain the discipline and decorum during the convocation. So some points which we have to see. So all the graduates to report at the registration counter before time so that there is no rush at the counters. It has been observed that the students are there and they are not registering. They are just talking to their friends. So we have to tell them that please register on time and go to the respective venues. And graduates to be seated in the convocation hall in the prescribed area at least 50 minutes before the start of convocation and should get settled. And they should be present in the convocation hall before the entry of the procession. So before that, all should be settled there. When procession is entering the main convocation hall, then all should rise at that time. The graduates will not be allowed to leave the hall in between. That once program is started, so they will not be allowed to leave the hall, whether it is the main convocation or the degree distribution. Otherwise, it creates a lot of problem. So that is the very important point. And at that point of time, we have to control the students. As degree distribution has been planned in both the shifts, so it is very important for the graduates to vacate the venue within 15 minutes after the completion of the degree distribution, because the next batch has to come to occupy that venue. So it will be the duty of the respective institution and the faculty members who have been nominated to vacate that venue for the next batch of the students. Graduates must be in proper attire, although it has already been covered. So graduates must put their convocation gown and caps before entering into the convocation hall and have to be in gown throughout their stay inside the enclosure. Graduates are not allowed to make any gesture, noise or comment or whistling or shouting or throwing caps, etc. So in the hall, there should be silence. So that we have to maintain. There should not be any disturbance. Graduates must keep their mobiles in silent mode, and if it is switched off, it is better, so that there is no disturbance at all due to the mobile. There will be allocation of the proctors, marshals, and faculty members, and it is in the process. We are doing it. I have requested the nomination from the HIs, and most of them have nominated faculty members. So I am collecting that data, and it will be circulated. It will be circulated to all, I guess, by tomorrow 11 or 12 p.m. That will be circulated to all.
H1, H2, H3.
On the day of convocation, along with the faculty members, some HIs will also be nominated blockwise, as I have told in the beginning of the presentation, that is A, B, C, D, etc. So some senior HI will be there, and 4 to 5 faculty members for each block we are nominating, so that they are responsible for the respective block to control. And the students should not move from here and there, and they should be sitting in their designated area. It has been observed that after 1 hour or so, they start getting out of the convocation hall, and it is very difficult to control them at the exit gate. So it is better that in the designated area itself, we should tell them that please be seated, and politely, of course, because they are now our alumni. So we have not to be rude with them. So we have to politely control them that they should be seated there. Also with them, their parents are there. So with the parents also, we have to talk respectfully and request them so that they are seated in the designated areas. During the degree distribution, it will be the responsibility of the concerned institute or institutes to control the students. All the nominations also have been us from the respective institutes, and that list also is being collated. So it will be circulated to all that who are the faculty members. And in addition to them also, HOIs can depute the faculty, additional faculty members to control the respective venues during degree distribution. Nominated faculty, proctors, marshals, they have to ensure that the students which are there, they should not misbehave, or they should not whistles, or they should not throw balloons, weapons, knives, etc., or sharp objects. So although it is very likely, it is not very likely, but we have to be careful about that also. Faculty members, proctor marshal will ensure that graduates must reach on time as per their schedule in the degree distribution. Proctors and marshal must be ready to perform duties, all discipline duties which are given to them. So with that, thank you very much. And the list which we have prepared, that will be circulating to all. And duties is very important during the time of registration, because it has been observed that students easily do not want to go to main convocation from the registration area. They are with their friends, they are in the group, they are not registering, they are there. So we have to announce them, we have to push them that they should go to the respective degree distribution area or main convocation. So thank you very much.
Mr. Jay, can I request you for?
Um, see, sometimes we find one faculty is having multiple responsibility. One side the faculty is doing the registration, and other side the faculty is looking after also the student discipline, which is not possible. So therefore, while you are nominating a faculty, please be very careful what duty you are giving. So maybe the registration team even cannot do the hospitality, because in the morning, while registration is happening, the parents and the student, after registering, they go for the morning tea. So therefore, please very carefully look at what duties you are giving. So all faculty are sitting here. Anybody have got the double responsibility? Raise your hands. Nobody. That's good. वो एक ने आधा हाथ उठाया था, हो सकता है यहाँ खुजली हो रही हो.
Good afternoon, Honorable Vice Chancellor, ma'am, my colleagues on and off the dais. I'll be talking about the latecomers, and most of the things have been already covered. But let me just go through it again. E3 Seminar Hall is going to be the I3 Seminar Hall is going to be the venue for the latecomer registration, gown distribution, and coupon distribution for lunch. Everything is going to take place in I3 Seminar Hall. We have also made arrangements for the screening of the convocation in G06 I3 block. It's opposite the seminar hall. The students who are coming late and registering will be sitting there. The entry for them is going to be from gate number 2. And as already told by Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, there is no late fees this time. So this is the first time that we are waiving off the latecomers fees. We are hoping that you inform all your students that they come on time. The lower the number at the latecomers counter, the better for us. The guidelines are that till 10:30, the gates are going to be open from gate number 1. The registration is going to take place till 10:30 at the registration counter. From there, it is going to come to I3 Seminar Hall, and we will only be registering students till 11:30. Till 11:30, all these students can come to I3 Seminar Hall. After that, the gate at 11:30, gate number 2 will also close. There's going to be no entry for any student from at 11:30 onwards. At the counters in I3 Seminar Hall, there's going to be a document verification counter, registration lunch counter, and gown counter. Registration, we need volunteers from the faculty, the nominated faculty members and student volunteers for registration desk inside, escorting the graduates to the main hall, hospitality and gown counters. I will be sending a mail to all the HOIs through Sanjeev Bansal sir. Please respond to that. By the end of the day today, we would require the nominations for the faculty members and the student volunteers. 3 to 4 faculty members from each institution and 8 to 10 student volunteers. So please respond to that mail and send us the details by today. The lunch, the high tea arrangement is also going to be made in I3 classroom near the seminar hall for the latecomers. If there are any questions about latecomers entry or anything else, I am to answer. We will be sending the details and the guidelines in a separate mail through Bansal sir. Thank you, sir.
Jay, please space 8 to 10 student volunteers. Please be very specific from which institution, how many volunteers you need, or how many faculty nomination, because there is an institution like ABS, very big, and then you have the SC bus. Okay, so you can't have from both that many coordinators or the volunteers.
Sure.
So please therefore specify only that many people should come, because you will be giving the lunch to the student volunteers, you will be giving them the certificate, so many things. So please see, because examinations are going on. Okay, and then you have the first year student, to them you have to train them.
Sure.
So only be very realistic and take the student volunteers as well as the faculty accordingly.
Good afternoon. We'll be putting up help desks at gate number 1. It would be outside gate number 1. As the Director Security has informed, the students will bring the entry pass either in their mobile phones or printouts. So the guards will check the entry pass, either hard copy or in mobile, and they will let them in. Our team would be there to guide them. And the registration is done at the registration center. So on the gates, we are not doing any scanning. We have experienced last year that few of the registration desks, they have sent the student back to the gate help desk. कि आप जो है हार्ड कॉपी निकाल के उस पे स्टैंप लगवा के लाओ, right, from the gate. That is not required. The student will show you the QR code and you have to register at the registration desk. And if required, we can put up a help desk at gate number 2 also. Dr. Jay, if you want, we can put up a help desk at gate number 2 also. Right. Okay. Right. Please make sure that you inform your students that if they have got their parents registered and if they have their entry pass, then only they should bring the parents. It becomes very difficult for the security staff to tell them that you have only one entry pass, so therefore only one person can enter. And then the scenario at the gate becomes little difficult. The parents, they say, हमारा बच्चा यहाँ 4 साल पढ़ा, आप हमको वापिस भेज रहे हो, हम इतना दूर से आए. And then it becomes a little embarrassing for us also. The security staff, the immediately available people are QA there. So they seek their guidance. They are also helpless. And they are also not able to tell कि आप जाने दो. So please make sure to write to your students in bold, italics, 18 font size. That if you have registered, then only bring your parents with you. Because sending the parents back, it's very difficult also, and we also feel very bad. What if they come here, we don't have any orders? Please speak to Director Security. That's why I'm saying, to avoid this, we must tell them lot of times, because that would disturb everything, all planning. The coupons, the lunch menu, etc. All will be disturbed. Thank you very much.
See, the last registration would be for Mr. Santry, where I will be requesting only the people who are involved in the registration they will stay, but before that, I will be requesting Dr. Soti, so that after this, we will be completing the presentation for today, and only the student faculty members who are involved in the registration will stay for the Mr. Santry's presentation. You have to say something.
So good afternoon to all of you. Being a last speaker, I should enjoy by saying that all has been said. I can only say that IT team is ready and all for all the IT infrastructures and all audio video setup for all the venues, including main convocation hall. I would like to add one thing only. I have a request for Wing Commander M.K. Sharma ji. After taking the approval from Vice Chancellor, they can circulate because we will be doing a live webcast of all the venues for all the 3 days. So after taking the approval of Vice Chancellor ma'am, you can send a email to all the persons and further you can circulate it among all the students and parents. Whomsoever is not able to come here can enjoy seeing the live convocation from their home. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Soti. Dr. Sri.
Yeah, before Director Security, this morning Dr. Savita Mehta called me that at 2 locations, one near the Mayur school, another one that the light, the traffic lights, they have put the, the traffic, the cameras and all. And if you are not, your car or vehicle is not under that, and then they put the penalty of 20,000 rupees or something. So may I request you, and with the also the additional prophecy and Dr. Bansal, please speak to the DM's office or something. What relaxation can be given? Otherwise, you will find many of the faculty whose vehicles are even with the validity period, but the level is the 3 or 4 or something. They will get the penalty of 20,000. Something to be done. So because Savita called me in the morning, I said, let me, share with both of them. So please look into what can be done.
I had suggested that we can put up some buses on the metro stations, which can ferry the parents because sometimes they may not get the vehicle from metro station. Those who are coming.
Those are every time are
Buses.
good. That this time
Okay.
also the buses will be flying for.
Okay. Another thing, ma'am, I get a lot of requests for photography. I think this time it's been not mentioned here. We are hiring about 20 photographers for morning and afternoon session. And those where the venues where students are very high, you have to let me know how many photographers you want because sometimes 4 to 5 stages are created at one venue. And providing the last minute photographer is not there because we have to hire from outside. So the photographer's request, if you have large number of students, has to come to me beforehand. Number 2, whatever photography we'll be taking, that will be uploaded on the site of Convocation 2024. A lot of students and faculty ask me, how do we get these photographs, especially degree distribution photographs. So please inform them that they'll be uploaded by Mr. Senthil on the Convocation 2024 site and they'll be available after about 21 days because we need to edit all the photographs and then it has to be uploaded on the site. So these 2 things. Thank you. And also there'll be provision for selfie, I think, ma'am. Are we provision for selfie for all the graduates and alumni?
Buses, there'll be buses at 8:30, 9:30 from both the metro stations to come to a meeting.
So this time the frequency will be
8:30,
8:30, 9:30 that way.
8 to 10 every half an hour, bus will be moving.
Director Security, sir, you have said entry at 9 p.m. you will allow. But when buses will put up buses at 8, they will come here by 8:10. So if somebody comes earlier,
Put the call. You can please tell us the timings.
That to security, if somebody comes even 7 o'clock in the morning, you have to allow them. You cannot say no, you are not permitted. Okay, so they have to come. Maybe they will come and be at the cafeteria. They will say they will eat something. At the end is their campus, their university. So you can't say that you cannot.
In fact, tea will be available from 8 a.m. onwards in the hospitality area. People can come at tea if they want to.
generally those, they have flights, etc., they come early.
Lucknow campus, anything from, I'm sure the other preparations that we've done at Lucknow campus and Greater Noida campus. Also, the capacity distribution ceremony is on 2nd of November. So any point from your side for your respective campuses?
Ma'am, good evening and good evening to the entire team. Ma'am, with the inputs given and the support provided, we are very clear as to how the degree distribution needs to be done, and the arrangements have also been made subsequently, ma'am.
Well, that if you can send your degree distribution ceremony schedule, because you are having at a one venue, I think, or the two venues.
No, ma'am, we are having it multiple venues. We are having it at multiple venues.
If you can just send us the schedule, and because maybe you will be going for few minutes at all the venues.
Right, ma'am, we'll do that.
You will be the floating person, and HOS will be handling the kind of degree distribution at the various venues, or maybe
Right, ma'am.
will be the floating person moving from one place to another place.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and also because the links will be there, so we'll be able to see from here also.
Agreed, ma'am.
Distributions happening in the Dr. Rana, Greater Noida campus.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. In fact, we are organizing our convocation on 2nd, ma'am. And by your best wishes and the best wishes by all the team, Dr. Sandeep Bansal.
You are having it one venue, isn't it?
One venue, ma'am. We have this hall, so we are here to organize the capacity around 400 parents, students, and all.
Very good.
So we will send our minute-to-minute schedule to you as well as the entire team.
Awesome. Very good, sir. All the best to all the deans, HOIs. So now the registration team can stay back, so Central can do the briefing. And if there's any question from anybody, you please ask. Dr. Pandey.
As per the regular practice, we used to have the MC scripts from the university. They used to send for DDC. So that
The faculty are not, you please be seated. Registration briefing have yet to be done. Please be seated. Registration briefing is not been done.
Let the session be formally over at least. After that, we will be requesting Mr. Central to give the presentation for only registration people.
Yes, Manoj. So you get the answers.
I have one request to be made to the HOIs.
Faculty, please be seated. We have not left the hall yet. Your HOIs are sitting here. Everybody is sitting here. Yes.
I have one request with the HOIs that if any VVIPs are invited for the convocation and liaison officers are detailed for them, they should get in touch with us also so that we can coordinate with them for their smooth entry.
Sorry, Badesra as usually, I will share all the details to you. All right. The vehicle number, their names, their LOs, their contact numbers, everything, and I will be in touch myself with you in that. So good.
Sharmaji,
Haji, ma'am.
they have asked not only for the convocation, the institutions are also inviting the corporate guests for their degree distribution ceremony on, and external members on the 2nd day and the 3rd day also. So that those institutions have you collected the information from all? If you have not collected, so let the institution send directly to Badeshaji with copy to you.
No.
So I think we can close the general briefing, which is for the Noida, Lucknow and Greater Noida. However, registration for convocation at the Noida campus, all the faculty were nominated by their HOs. They remain seated. And I would request you, if you can have the attendance, the name of the faculty, the institution, then we see which are the institutions. Faculty are absent, then HO will let us know the why their faculty is absent for the briefing. And they will be leaving again. No? The moment HO leaves, the faculty will also leave. So you have to take the attendance again. So thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
So the nominated faculty can come in the front rows.
Only they need to carry the confirmation slip on their mobile. If they are carrying a printout, well and good, you can scan that also and then get them registered, but it's not mandatory to carry. If somebody is having a confirmation number, good enough for us to register. Okay.
Some of the students are complaining that they have not registered, but they have not paid the fees. Now, if somebody is saying this is not correct. Registration will be only complete if they have paid the fees. Right? Because I have received a request from number of institutions where they are saying, the students are saying they have done the registration, but their fees have to be paid and they want to go.
The fee may be for the gown or something like that. नहीं तो वो पूछ लो ना कौन सी वाली फीस है.
So to make it simple,
नहीं
those who are having
जो
the
भी उनको बताओ
confirmation
कौन सी
slip,
फीस है. एकेडमिक फीस है.
Was very, very. Those I had scored till the time. So after that, I just focused on my studies. That was the biggest failure in my life.
सेंटर से चेक कर लो कैसा क्या.
After that, when I came in the Vidyalaya, so
I think there is somebody from the Lucknow campus or Greater Noida campus speaking. Can I request you to mute, please? Yes.
so it is quite simple to identify. So that is why it said now it is important for them to have a confirmation number. It is as simple as that. If they have registered as in person attending the convocation, only then they are given a confirmation number and a confirmation slip. All that we need to check at the registration counter is whether they are having a confirmation number or not. Okay. And if they don't have a confirmation number, you don't need to argue with them anything. Please quietly send them to help desk. Help desk will be able to explain them on what is the case and they will be able to check. Okay, that is the reason that we have the help desk at the gate. So they will be doing this work. So registration counters need not handle the candidates not having confirmation number. All right. So our lever at the registration counter will be register the student as quickly as possible and then send them with the gown inside the convocation hall. Okay. All that you have seen the registration timing, it is just 90 minutes and every counter you will have to register about 100 odd students. So you will have to literally register one student within 50 seconds. So our target should be 30 seconds. So that is good enough for us to register and then send them inside the convocation hall. Okay. So now if we register from 9 onwards, if you are doing it for 90 minutes, that means up to 10:30. Normally what happens is students don't come evenly, even distribution is not there. They don't come from 9 to 10:30 in a well manner. You will find up till 10:15, 10:20, you don't have any students coming in bulk and suddenly there is a rush. Okay, so we will have to be equipped for that. So please come on time on that day, come early, start registering the students who have come already because normally outstation students, this I am telling from the past experience. So those who come from outstation, they come early normally. Register them, send them inside so that you don't have any backlog at the counter for you to handle the rush after 10 o'clock. All right. So this is just a simple session. Now you see the confirmation slip. So this is typical confirmation slip wherein QR code is there, student details are there, and this time a student can attend main convocation ceremony and DDC both, even if they are scheduled on two different dates. That means if a student who is having a DDC on first, if they have registered for main convocation, they will be coming to the campus twice, right? So they will have to be issued with the gown. So once they come on 30th, they will be issued a gown. If they have taken on rent, the gown will have to be issued on 30th, taken back, entry should be there that they have returned, and again they will be issued the gown on their DDC day, either on first or second. All right. So on suppose if they are having on the same day, 30th, it is as simple as having the DDC and thing on the same day. So they will be getting the gown once and they will be returning while they are going back. This is applicable for FMS students, those who are coming on 30th and then having the DDC also on the same day. But if the DDC is on first or second, gown is returned on 30th, only they will be issued a gown on first or second. Okay. If they have not returned.
This point very carefully. This is the main reason why we have requested you. This is a change from the last time. Last time we have not invited anybody other than the FMS students who were there supposed to be in the main convocation. This time 721 students from 64 institutions have opted to come on main convocation also. What Mr. Sandel has done, please listen to it carefully. There should not be any confusion. For FMS student, no issue at all, it is clear. Only the students who 721 students who are coming, for them, until sir, इनको एक बात बता दीजिए.
Sir, इसमें डाल दें, 8:30 है, gate closes at 10:30, so there's no real gate now.
We are coming up with a message also, Dr. Rai, अभी अलग से SMS में डाल रहे हैं सबको. At 10:30 also we are planning. Confirmation slip में.
Gate को base करते हैं, the person
said that the gate closure, it depends. Sometimes we extend, so that cannot be mentioned on the confirmation slip. But then there is an SMS sent on the day of convocation to all the students that the gate is closing on so time. They will have to report in time, etc. So that will be taken care of. So on the confirmation slip, we have gone up till the main convocation and DDC ceremony. And at the bottom, you have the gown, whether they have rented the gown or they have purchased the gown. Okay. There are students who can purchase the gown also, and the size of the gown is also mentioned there. Accordingly, then you will have to issue the gown. So this time we have requested the registration counter and gown counter will be adjacent. That means every counter will have at least 10 feet. So you will be able to have your registration person and gown counter person parallelly at the same area, so that the person who is registering with the computer can always coordinate with the gown person, whether the student had purchased the gown, rented the gown, should we issue, should we not. Okay, all that can happen between them. And there will be enough space to keep the gowns also at the back. We have requested the administration to keep the benches at the back so that you can keep the gowns there. So this is as far as the gown slip is concerned, see, confirmation slip. So then once you log in, so you get to this screen where you just have on simple text box wherein you can type the confirmation number. Once you type the confirmation number, you get the details of the student. The one in blue is where you get to see the student photograph. And then you get the student details here. Then all that you need to enter is any accompanying guests. If they have registered for the guest, then you get up to maximum of 2. You need to choose just the number. You don't need to enter the guest details. You just need to choose the number of guests accompanying, excluding the student. Okay, only the guest numbers. And you will have to mark whether the gown has been handed over to them. So this coordination can happen between the registration person and the gown counter person. based on the gown type which is mentioned here. You see it is mentioned as rental, then the size, then you will be issuing the rental gown. Or if it is a purchased gown, then you will be issuing a fresh gown which is meant for purchase. Okay, so and accordingly that will be issued by the gown person. Then you mark as the gown issued and then submit here. So this is the only thing that you will have to do in the morning. In the morning, first time when student is coming in, this is all that you need to do. Once this is done, then you see this screen is meant for the later, once the convocation is over, when the student is coming back to return the gown. Okay, this is for the gown return. This also will be done by the registration team only. Now here we have given all the three options because typically the gown contains three items: gown, hood and cap. Normally all of them are returned. You check all the items and then submit based on if all the three items are returned. Okay, so once you the returning will have to be marked on 30th itself very carefully for all the candidate, because you will know why it is important, because on the other day on DDC for them to be issued with the gown, this is mandatory. Yeah, if they don't return, then there is a deduction of money also, because what they have paid is 1,100 rupees. Typically we need to just retain 100 as rental and then pay back the 1,000 rupees. If they don't return, if you don't mark, even after they return, then they don't get the money back.
Possible, Mr. Senthil, like for example, the students who have not returned the gown on the day one and they are coming to the BBC second day, like when they get registered themselves on the second day, then this option shouldn't come to them for issuing it.
I will show that, sir. I will show. So this is for the day one. Those who are having the convocation on the same day, mainly for FMS, this is all need to be done. So now there is no complication. But on the first day, there will be exclusive counters for those who are having DDC on other days. For FMS, the counters will be separate. And for those students who are having their DDC on first and second, but coming on the convocation, main convocation function, for them the counters are going to be different. Okay, so there they will be coming in. For them you will be doing the same process, but the counters are going to be different. All right. So once the return is entered, this is what you see. Now the return information is also there on the list. So, and for the registration team, there is an option for seeing the registered list. There has been a query on can we order this by enrollment number. If you will see, there is a small arrow button on each field at the top, which indicates one up arrow and one down arrow. Click on that and then list gets ordered based on that column. Dr. Pandey, you were asking for now, in case if it had to be sorted on enrollment number, just click on the enrollment number, either ascending or descending. It can be ordered and then you can take a printout. And if you are exporting it to an Excel, then you can do so the way you want on Excel. So especially on the DDC registration, same login. So you log in on DDC also. It is not required for 30th because FMS registration happens in the morning for both main and DDC. But for other days, DDC registration is separate, which will happen based on the shift, either in the morning or in the afternoon, based on the shift. So same process, you enter the confirmation number, then you get the student details. You will have to enter the guests. So once you, in case, if the student has not returned the gown, you get an information like this. Okay. So now before registering, you get a information gown already issued on 30th, but did not return in case if it is a rental gown. Okay. And if it is a purchased gown, then also there is an information shown here. You don't need to issue because they are already carrying a gown, right? Now they will have to wear their gown because they have already purchased. A gown has been issued to them. You don't need to issue them. Clear? Any doubts? Because you need to be sure whether they have come for the DDC or not. Yeah. It is just that we wanted to know whether they are coming on the second day or not. There is a possibility they came on main convocation, but did not come for DDC. They can't.
They cannot get. Okay.
So now this is one important aspect, that in case if they have bought the gown, then they will have to get it. Maybe it will be a better idea on the main convocation when you are issuing the gown for those students, especially in those counters where DDC is on the separate day. Please caution them that they will have to keep the gown intact and bring it on the DDC day. So we can inform on 30th itself.
They have a TDC on the second day.
Sorry?
Means if we have already allotted them a gown on the first day for the main convocation day, and the second day is their DDC, and if they don't return it, we can allow them to do so.
No, so they should return. I am talking about
after degree distribution.
So there are two types, right? Purchased gowns and rental gowns. Rental gowns are to be returned
At the same day.
on the same day. So then you will be issuing for DDC separately. If it is a purchased gown, they carry along.
Yeah, but if it is a rented gown and the student doesn't come to return it back on the same day, then what should we do?
See, if they don't return, you can't do anything about it. But what will happen is, if they don't return,
it will come up the same window.
No, if they don't return, it will come here that they have not returned. Okay. So either they, if they don't return the gown at all, then what happens is their gown money is deducted.
Okay.
Or if they wear that gown on the DDC and then return it on the DDC day, so then they are charged number of days. Suppose if they took on 30th and returning it on second, they will be charged 3 days rental.
Okay, so the rental will be increased. Fine.
Any questions on this? Everybody is clear? Great. So on the gown, so this is the only change this year. So all the information will be there with you. So do you need to just act accordingly? Then once the gown is returned on the DDC day also, same process. Students come back after the DDC. They will return the item. You carefully mark them as returned. Normally, we see the gown returns are not entered on the same day. Our request will be, please meticulously enter, because if you don't enter, students, they don't get the money back. And they keep writing to us for long just because of this entry. Then they will have to write multiple times reminders, and then it goes to the HOIs for verification. Please make sure the gown return entries are meticulously entered in the system on the same day itself. So, and for help desk, there will be separate logins, and they can search the students to find out whether they have registered or not. So in case if you have any dispute, you don't need to handle at the registration counters because you will not have time. So you please send them to the help desk. Help desk will be equipped enough to handle them, and they will be able to counsel them also. And that's it. In case if there are any questions, then please feel free to ask. Otherwise, this is what it is. But please make sure that you register the students as quickly as possible. Send them inside the convocation hall. That is going to be our primary responsibility that day.
And we will be stopping at 10:30 something on the main day, right? Convocation registration, 10:30 we will leave.
It will end by 10:30. What is important is, so the end time is not very, because we will be announcing there. We will be closing the registration also. What is most important is the start. We should start as early as 8 o'clock, so that we are able to cater to the students who are coming in early, and then we are able to register those who are there, immediately clear the backlog so that we don't have crowd there in the registration area.
And sir? Sir?
Yes.
And the registration counter will be closed at what time?
Registration counter normally it should close by 10:30 because the gates will be closed at 10:30.
No, at the evening I am talking about. The evening. while returning the gown. So at what time it should be closed?
So it can be closed. You can coordinate with your DDC happening in the hall. So once the DDC function is over, you can give about half an hour cushion. So that students can come back and hand over the count, and then you can close the counter.
Because students are
See,
keep
the
coming.
counters
all
are
the time.
closed after 10:30 usually, right? After that, there will be a gap, and then, like, you have to restart the counters, say by 4 o'clock or something,
Right.
and then you have to be in touch with your institution, like whether they have completed this or not. Because see, all the counters basically will be from those institutions only where degree distribution ceremony is happening.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now you can get that. Yeah, it's available on the convocation registration login, which we'll be providing.
Convocation registration, which he will be providing, there only it is.
There only it is possible.
Yeah.
We can give it on your Amazon account also. We will add that.
So it will be,
We'll add that.
we'll be knowing in advance that one.
Yeah. So anyway, these logins will be shared tomorrow. But in any case, we will be adding it on the HOI's login also, so that even if you will distribute this, you can have it on your account.
That message which comes successfully registered, that comes after pressing the register button, right?
No.
Or it is coming just opening the screen.
No, which one?
When you do the registration for a student,
Right.
looking at the confirmation slip and then seeing that the student is there, they just look into the screen and they don't press the registration button. In the past, I'm talking about the past, there was a button register. And they used to press that register button, and then the student was registered, and the name was coming in front of where the degree distribution is there. Then only their degrees come in at the venue.
Correct.
Is it the process is same?
Yeah.
Then a caution should be given from your side that they don't press. Many a times you remember I used to talk that this faculty has not pressed the register button and student is roaming around to get the degree. So that is a caution that register button must be pressed. From your side, please announce this also.
So Dr. Kakkar is mentioning about the page that we were discussing on this page. So here you see at the bottom, there is a button called click here to mark registered. Yeah. So that button, normally what happens is there is a confusion. Now on the first page, oh, sorry. All right, we have not shared the screen. Thank you. So, but one way this confusion may not be there now, because once you enter the confirmation number, then you get to the screen. She is talking about the button at the bottom. So this will have to be initially clicked. So otherwise then student is not registered. It is most important that so sometimes what happens is you see the student enter the class, then the button is not pressed. Any questions? Okay, all the best. Thank you. Yes, please.
Can I request you to please have courtesy to at least close this session? We have just requested if somebody is having a question. I don't think it's 5:30, is it? It's 5 o'clock only.
Good evening, sir. I would like to know, will there be any color change after pressing that mark registered button?
Here there is no color change because now there is no list here.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's only that you can, so this green indicates that this student is okay to be registered.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so then
Another query is there, sir. For us, the degree distribution is on 1st. So do the registration team be available on 30th as well on their designated counters?
Which registration team?
Sir, ours is AUO. So
Your team will not be there on 30th. Your team
Right,
will
sir.
be only on 1st only.
only first,
Yes.
and that is in the morning shift. So
Absolutely.
our degree gown return will be in the afternoon or after 4 o'clock.
Afternoon only. This is as per your degree distribution.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so much.
Please. Those students who don't belong to the FMS group,
For them, there are 721 students, they are coming to the campus for 30th. So who are going to register them?
We have given this request to all the HOIs and they have given us the name for registration counters. Right?
separate counter will be there.
There will be separate counters
So
and this will be
that's
basically
what she is asking, that individual institution-wide registration team has been made for the registration
Yes.
part. So it means the team has to be sit on both the days. For 30th at
we have separate registration team which we have requested from the registration counter for a different HOIs on 30th, first afternoon, second morning, second afternoon. So for 30th, there will be a separate team altogether which will be there. So these 40 counters would be basically taking care of all. Right? For example, if you are having a degree distribution on first, then you need not come on second. Your registration team will be only coming for first only.
Unless you are nominated for 30th as any of the registration counter, you don't need to come.
If you are, but ideally it will not be there. Any Natasha, you were asking something.
As well as they are coming on first. So for them, they do not have DDC on 30th because their DDC is on first. So if they get their gown issued, what is the procedure for them to return the gown? Will they have to wait till 4 p.m.?
No,
Or
no,
the
no,
registration?
no, they can return the gown immediately after the main convocation ceremony is over.
So that means those counters will be open, right?
There will be separate counters for those 721 students, which are basically not for that degree distribution on 30th, and those counters will be open immediately after the
Main convocation is over. Understood, sir. Thank you.
Those students will have to necessarily hand over the gowns immediately after the main convocation is over.
See, this is basically something which we have tried that like students of other domains should not say that we were not given this privilege to attend the convocation. Right? But there was like one confusion which I came across. COE told me about. Also, like number of students were thinking that they are being given two options. That is why I clarified in the very beginning of this session that please speak to all these students of yours and just tell them categorically that if they are coming for main convocation, their degree distribution will not be happening on same day. So in case if they are by chance in any kind of confusion, it should be cleared. Anything, all the Balji Shastri Award, all round trophies, everything given in the main convocation will be only for FMS and AGBS, all the campus students. And PhD degree will be for all. It will be for Noida campus also, Greater Noida campus also, Lucknow campus also. So PhD, all the 421, 422, whatsoever the number would be, it will be all given from main convocation only. So those scholars, Lucknow campus and Greater Noida campus also, they have to be here.
Sir, I have one query. Sir, regarding the latecomers, means all the gate are different, but the counter will be same for late registration, means the...
There is nothing we have communicated. Latecomers registration and everything would be in I3 only.
Okay, in I3.
And after 10:30, we would be sending a message to all the students now that registration is closed, and you can now, if you want to enter before, because 11:30 we would be closing for all. This I'm speaking about main convocation.
Okay.
So after 10:30, they would be entering from only gate number 2, and they will be straight away going to I3 seminar hall.
And sir, for the DDC, for the
It will be
latecomers...
communicated to you accordingly.
And
It will
sir,
be communicating to you.
and sir, the message which you were telling in earlier that those whose registration is not complete due to non-payment. So
no, I am saying all those who are registered, but they have not entered the campus by 10:30 on the main convocation. All those who have not registered are not registered. No queries about them.
Okay, sir.
They cannot attend.
So I have one doubt. If DDC is 1st of December, so when will you start the registration for the second half?
For the
Second half.
Second half.
2 o'clock.
Timings.
Your DDC is on Wednesday.
1st December.
Second half or first half?
Second shift.
So one schedule has already.
So when we start
One more thing,
registration?
Senthilji, if you can just tell them about the website of convocation so that they can just visit. My request to all of you, please visit our website also.
Amity.edu/convocation.
So registration time, sir.
Everything is mentioned over here.
There you have all the guidelines, the program schedule, it's all there.
But
Amity
for
dot
the
edu
second
slash
day,
con.
on both the days, the registration and issuance of convocation attires, ID badges and instruction sheets will start from 2 p.m. onwards.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. So registration will also start at 2
Yes,
p.m.
and it will end on 2:45.
Okay, ठीक है, thank you.
Any other questions? So we are not stopping you now. You can just curse all these people who are asking questions. Madhuri, please.
Sir, yes, there is a question regarding the registration list that we are seeing from HOI's login. We are not getting any specific option of looking at the student is coming on 30th as well as on
That is
1st.
what Mr. Senthila just told. It will be given to know your HOI's login.
Okay, thank
It
you.
is not there till now. It will be given. Any other question, friends? जल्दी जाने की जल्दी में ऐसा मत करिए, कुछ पूछना रह गया हो तो पूछ लीजिए.
First of December. So in second shift, when we need to reach the this registration
Second
counter.
December is a working day.
First of December, second shift.
See, though there will be official communication from university regarding the people who would be coming in what time. But ideally, if it is 2 o'clock, I personally feel, I mean, half an hour, 1 hour before you should be definitely reaching there. See, there's no point in reaching before because till 1 o'clock, you will be having people from the morning shift also. So at least half an hour before you should reach.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So this is the URL where you can get all the guidelines and program schedules.
वैसे भी आपको इसमें कुछ हिट विट लगाइए सेंथिल, इसमें कुछ हिट विट लगाने का वो लगाइए, हिट करेंगे जितना उसमें नंबर आएंगे हमारे समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट. They should visit, they should get the hit. इसके ऊपर क्लिक करवाने का.
Sir, I am from AIV and want one clarification. Our degree distribution will be on 1st of December, while some of the PhD student will be getting degree on 30th. So, should we get the gown on 30th or on the 1st of December for all the faculty members?
See,
Especially for the supervisors.
For the supervisors definitely they should be getting the gown on 30th only. If you are accompanying your scholars, PhD scholars are there, then definitely you should be getting the gown on 30th as well as on 1st.
Okay, so shall we return the gown on the 30th also?
Absolutely.
Okay.
See, as principally, you should be returning the gown on the same day when it is being issued, to make it clear.
Yes, and for
anybody
the
from law school here, anybody from Dr. Shivali's team here? So you can just take a note of this point. So you have to take a data of all the faculty members who are from other institutions than FMS, and they are having their scholars degree on this. So they should be getting the gowns issued to them.
Mr. Senthil, you mentioned about QR registration. So can you just tell us a little more about it?
गिरीश जी ऐसा करें, लोग बहुत restless हो गए हैं और
They can go,
time हो गया है. So if somebody else is having any questions, otherwise I will be requesting Mr. Senthil to be here, and those, since Dr. Girish, I can take liberty, he's a HOI, he should stay till 9 o'clock, no issues. So, but all the faculty members and all, thank you so very much and wish you all the very best. Thank you so much. Girish ji.
So I'm asking about the QR registration.
Scan the QR code, you land on the same page.
So that can be opened on the phone also, no? You can open the phone. So the same user ID password can open on multiple platforms. So for example, for AGBS, we have multiple platforms.